I want to also talk to you about the economy or the effect of the coronavirus on the economy, but specifically now about job positions that will be lost. A lot of job positions will be lost, and experts are talking about 700,000 jobs that will be lost in Morocco in the short term versus 300,000 job positions that we have every year. Every year 300,000 people in Morocco find jobs. So it's a very, very difficult situation, and it will be more difficult for some people. So concerning those that are really in a situation of need, they need a job position. The market will be really competitive, more competitive now than probably any time before. So what tips could you give people in order to increase their chances of finding employment in these tough times?
Yeah, one thing I would start with is consider entrepreneurship. So a lot of people, their first instinct is to become an employee, to look for somebody to hire them. And that seems to be the vast majority of people in Morocco. But then, of course, when there's a lot of people vying for the same positions, there's a lot of competition, and it can be very difficult. Even before coronavirus, there's high unemployment, particularly among educated young people. And so that's a challenge. You're in a competitive environment. Whereas entrepreneurship allows you to choose which field, which sphere of society should I focus on? Is there a niche that there's an unmet need where I could provide it? And particularly, as we've already discussed, with so many businesses not surviving the situation, there will be these openings, there will be these gaps in the market, and that can provide opportunity for entrepreneurship. We've talked a lot on the Business in Morocco podcast about the Auto Entrepreneur program that the government has launched in the last couple of years. And I think a lot more people will be looking at that coming out of this. But then for those who do want to seek employment, they do want to be hired by a company. One of the things I would consider is, what is my competitive advantage? What can I offer a company that sets me apart? Is there certain industries? Is there certain areas? Are there certain skills that I really need to highlight? How would I stand out from the crowd? What makes me unique? What makes me different? And then to really try to leverage that, to really try to make that known. Another thing is to just sit at home and send resumes online. You're just a number. You're just a face in the crowd. There's going to be so much unemployment. If these numbers you're sharing are accurate, then any job opening that gets posted on any site, there's literally going to be tens of thousands of CVs that show up. And most of those will be just filtered by a software that narrows it down even before a human sees it, even before anyone in HR looks at that resume. So that makes your chances very, very slim. So I would say as much as possible to be networking, and then also going and appearing in person to companies. So we'll see what the situation is with coronavirus, what's common practice, and how businesses adapt, and how much social distancing will continue afterwards. But when it's possible, we need to meet people and show our face and distinguish ourselves from the stacks of paper that are filling the inbox of the HR representative.
All right.
Another thing is, I've noticed a lot of people that are unemployed, they take a few actions each day. So they might, go to their favorite job search sites, hit refresh, upload a few CVs. When you get a job, you're usually working 8 hours a day, and you usually have time to commute before and after, and time to get ready in the mornings. You spend, upwards of 10 hours a day giving towards your work. When you're unemployed, you should be even more motivated to find a job. And so some of the actions, like going door to door to companies, it sounds extreme, it sounds radical, it sounds like a lot of hard work. And the people who are willing to do that, the people who say, look, my full-time job right now is finding a job. So I wake up in the morning, I shave, I put on a suit, or I put on a nice shirt, I print out a lot of CVs, I've got my contact card or something where I can just hand it to somebody who's busy, and I start going from door to door, meeting people, trying to get meetings with HR directors, taking actions. those people will be the ones that are able to find a job much faster than the ones who are sleeping in, sitting in their pajamas, uploading CVs online and complaining that the government's not helping them enough.